silence, don't like them, but I see you all the time. Big shit, silence, don't like them, but I see you all the time. Big shit.
Hey guys, and welcome to my review of the Endgame Gear XM1. I've had this mouse for about 5 days now, and I wanted to make a review on it because I honestly believe it's one of the best mice I've ever tried. It's one of the most underrated mice in the market because I know a lot of people have heard about the mouse, but not everyone has bought it. And I wanted to share my thoughts today on why I think it's one of the best mice you can buy right now. I'm going to split this video into 5 different parts, which you can see on screen right now. And that's the order this video is going to go in. And I'm going to leave timestamps up on the screen and in the description below, so you can skip around to parts that you want to know more about the mouse. Alright, let's get into the video. Alright, this category is going to be pretty short. So the mouse is known as the Endgame XM1 from Endgame Gear. It has a top sensor, really good switches that have less than 1 ms response time. And this is actually V2 of the mouse. The version 1 wasn't a very good mouse, but they improved it so much for V2, and that's the one that I'm reviewing here. V2 is also available in white or black, depending on what colors you want. Alright, let's go to category 2. Alright, so according to Endgame Gear, the mouse weighs about 70 grams, which is pretty average for most gaming mice these days, since gaming mice these days are advertised as being lighter for better FPS performance, such as the Final Mouse Ultralight 2, Razer Viper, and so on. And the XM1 is actually the same exact weight as the Razer Viper, making it basically on par with most of the new mice that are releasing this year, which makes it a really great option. Also, the mouse doesn't have a honeycomb design, and if you don't know what a honeycomb design is, it's basically what the Final Mouse looks like, where it has a bunch of holes within the mouse. And the XM1 is completely solid all the way through, so it's a lot nicer to hold and a lot nicer to hold for long periods of time. Alright, so for this next category, which is shape, I'm actually here on this site called gearsearch.gg. So I'm gonna go to Endgame Gear and put on the XM1, and here's the overview of the shape. As you can see, the hump goes towards the back, and if we compare it to a popular mouse, such as the G Pro Wireless, you can see that a hump on the G Pro Wireless is a much closer to the front, making it unbalanced and making it in this sort of shape. And here's quite an easy test you can do to test the balance of your mouse. I learned this from a user on Discord. Basically, all you gotta do is put your mouse between your 2 fingers, and you just gotta put your fingers limp to the point where you're just holding the mouse, but the mouse is moving on its own. And you can test where the mouse is too heavy or too light, and what areas the mouse is too heavy or too light in. As you can see here on the G Pro Wireless, the mouse goes directly back because it's really back heavy, and it's the same thing that's gonna happen with the Razer Viper, but with the XM1 it's perfectly balanced and it doesn't tip anywhere back or forward. Also, the buttons on the G Pro Wireless are raised up more, and they also go out further. The body of the XM1 also extends out a little bit more, and the side buttons and the sides also protrude a little bit more, but the front is a little bit smaller and the back is a little bit bigger. Now you might be wondering, why is this shape so good? Well, even though the Endgame Gear XM1 is a mid-range mouse, the button height is really low, making it easier to aim and be more precise with it, and also the hump towards the back helps you stabilize the mouse a lot better. I'm not saying you can't aim on other mice, but if you have larger hands, the XM1 will make it a lot easier to aim and it won't be uncomfortable for you. Alright, now on to the mouse cord. So the original XM1 had a really bad cord made out of rubber, and the new XM1 has a nice braided cord, which is much closer to the Final Mouse cord or the Model O cord. And as you can see, this helps it glide a lot better while still holding down. You can still move it around, and you're not going to really feel the cable, and the mouse is going to feel more like it's a wireless mouse. As you can see, it's the same on the Model O, and it's the same on the Final Mouse Ultralight 2. You can't really notice that the cable is there. So in conclusion, this mouse has a top tier shape and a top tier cable. Alright, so for the second to final category, I wanted to go over the price and the value of the mouse. The mouse is currently selling for $59 on Newegg, which is where I bought it personally, and I think that is such a good deal for such a good mouse like this. I know the Razer Viper is a little bit cheaper, but I do believe that this mouse provides better value than the Razer Viper. And that's because, number one, it comes with much better mouse feet. Number two, the shape is just really good and it's really easy to control. And I definitely like it a lot more than the Razer Viper in the 5 days that I've been using it over the Razer Viper, which was my own main mouse. Now the reason I'm making such a big deal about the mouse feet is because the Razer Viper's stock mouse feet are pretty garbage. I had to spend $14 to get a pair of Tiger Gaming mouse skates for my Razer Viper, and I don't know, that just wasn't the best thing for me because I just like getting the mouse and just using the mouse itself. But with the XM1, as you can see here, it glides so well, and I have a mousepad company mousepad, and as you can see, it's gliding so nicely across the mousepad, and I just love the way that the mouse feet are stock on this mouse. So for only $60 US, I do believe that this mouse is incredibly worth it to get, as it is such good value for the amount of money that you're paying for it. And I think that it could definitely help a lot of people improve their gameplay, because it's a really great mouse for mid-range hand sizes. Alright, so the final part of this video will be going through the software. The software, as you can see, is really simple. You can do some basic remaps where you can just disable these 3 buttons, and there's really not much besides that. The sensor, you can change the DPI levels right here, and there's a DPI button on the bottom of the mouse where you can change the DPI on the fly if you wanted to. There's also a software update here, and a support page where you can go to their support email. So yeah, it's a really simple software, but it gets the job done and it does whatever you need it to do. So, in conclusion, I believe that this mouse is a great choice for the value, for the price, and everything. It's a top sensor, top buttons, and everything about it is just so good, and there's really not any negative parts about the mouse, besides the fact that you do have to update it as soon as you get it, or there might be some bugs with the mouse. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please DM me on Twitter. I'll have it up on screen right here and in the description. Like and sub, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. Oh, also if you're bored, I'm uploading this montage soon, standalone on YouTube, but since you made it to the end, might as well take a sneak peek. So here it is. I hope you enjoy.
80? The fires are still like easy on mobile.
It's 70 blue. Dead. 200. Cracked again, cracked again. Spark's like, oh my god.
Yeah. Dealt 0 damage last time.
It's I hit him for 130 midair.
Need a change of pace. You're getting on vacation. Travel with your friends, how you're making.
Follow you on Twitter. 30 blue, 200.
Spend how you're tasting. A life you've only dreamed on vacation. And I drag my feet worse every day.
Oh,
Yo, right here, you have an angle on me.
Let the island clear your mind.
I'm going in.
And I'll let distractions fill up mine.
I'm just spraying, I'm spraying.
On me, I'm in here. Behind me.
put on me. I'm taking the one.
Yeah, you're gonna want
Dude, this guy was a fucking data panel.
Get up, just get up.
Hey, I lie down.
200.
I have height. Guys, come to me.
180, dead.
Behind me, Psycho. He's right here on me. Psycho.
Wait. Dead.
130? Oh my god, my pump didn't shoot. Straight on.
Who's gonna suck? I'm fighting him. 200.
Good shit!
Dude, you need.
I switched weapons, but I forgot what I was using for my secondary.
I'm gonna fight.
That happens, bro.
Got him.
Foggy.
It's a countdown
I think Ethan's trying to get back in.